Well, my first teaching job was at Christ the King in Sioux Falls, and I had 29 second graders. And the school was not finished when we started teaching. So Sister Judine had 50 first graders, and I had 29 second graders, and we taught in the parish hall. And the only thing that separated our classroom was the cardboard boxes that our desk had come in. So when she had music, I had music. Well, from there I went to St. Peter and Paul School in St. Paul, Nebraska. And then in 1965 I became the principal there. So then I went from first and second grade to 7th and 8th grade. I also had 6th grade. I had 39 6th, 7th, and 8th graders, and I had 3 Thomases in that class. So I went to Albion for 3 years, and there I had just 7th and 8th grade, but I had 38 of them the first year I was there, and but they were good children, good, both in St. Paul and in Albion. They really were good kids. They really were easy to teach, and it was back in those days when Sister said something, they did. And Father Bob Smith was in Omaha at St. Richard's, and I applied there and I got that job. So I went there, and I was there 16 years. The first 6 years, though, I did pastoral ministry. Father knew that I had been a principal, and the principal that was there was leaving, so asked me to be the principal. So for 10 more years, I was principal there at St. Richard's. So Valerie was at St. Pat's in Lincoln, and she had that year registered 37 kindergartners with one teacher. So I went to St. Pat's and became a kindergarten teacher. With the other teacher, there were 2 of us to take all those children. So, but then the next year there wasn't that many kindergartners, so then I taught 3rd grade for 2 years. And then one day I got a letter in the mail asking if I would want to be principal at the new school that was opening in Lincoln. But I'd have to go 1 year downtown and be principal at St. Mary's down there, because most of the children that were going to be at North American Martyrs, the new school, were from St. Mary's. So I went to St. Mary's, and they had 435 students. And I was principal there for a whole year. In the meantime, I kept working on starting the new school. Though Father Witt, who was the pastor at St. Mary's, said, you can have your choice. So you can either stay and be principal here, or you can be principal of the new school. He told me that, I don't know, November or sometime. But in our January meeting, all of a sudden he announced that I was principal of the new school. I mean, I was principal at St. Mary's, and at the same time preparing the new school. In 1996, we opened up the new school. 303 students from 22 different schools.
What was your favorite part about teaching at a Catholic school?
Well, of course, because you could teach religion, you could teach about your life, and you could teach the children all about the Catholic faith. That to me was the most important thing. You didn't have to cover up anything. You just express yourself and teach it to them.
What are some of the special events or special activities that you remember?
Well, I think most of all were the Christmas programs we put on. I wrote several of them, or I made them up, and at North American Martyrs we started the custom of where baby Jesus was a real baby, and so every year was kind of where are we going to find? The first year, I think, though, baby Jesus was a girl, because our first grade teacher had just adopted a little girl. And so I just felt that it would be a privilege for her to have her little girl be the baby Jesus. But after that, it was always a little boy. And the 7th and 8th graders were always Mary and Joseph. And that was a big privilege for those kids. And even Many years later, I had some of them come back and thank me that they got to be Mary or Joseph in the Christmas play. For me, that was the greatest privilege, that I could always express my faith and teach it to the children and have them express it.